Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode, I think, what you call 14 of Sebastian's Movie Game Time. I'm your host, Sebastian, and today I'm going to talk about the less good movies that I have seen and saw from 2019. So let's get started, shall we? First off, we have I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, stars Jamie Bernadette and Camille Keaton. I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu. It takes place after the events of the original infamous version of I Spit on Your Grave. Um, I give it 10 out of 3 stars for Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu. If you guys had never seen this one or the original one, again called I Spit on Your Grave, the original one from the 70s, um, I'm thinking some of you out there who's never heard of this movie or the original movie, you may like it or you may find it very disturbing or very weird. But, anyways, I give I Spit on Grave Deja Vu 2 out of 3 stars. So, next up, we have The Addams Family, the animated computer film, starring the voice of Charlize Theron, Oscar Isaac, Fan Wolfhard, and Chloe Grace Moretz as the voice of Wednesday. Um, I thought that was family animation. The animated one was pretty fun. I gave it out of 3 stars. I thought it was fun, charming. So, also we have um, the last full measure, starring Sebastian Stan, Samuel L. Jackson, Christopher Plummer, William Hurt, um, and Peter Fonda. I gave it out of 3 stars. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. When I heard about the Lego Movie 2, I was like, Lego Movie 2? This, I was like, So I watched Lego Movie 2, and to be honest, the Lego Movie 2 is not as good as the first Lego movie. It really not. So I give the Lego Movie 2, the second part, 2 out of 3 stars. But it's good to see the voice. It's good to hear the voice of Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks as Wild Style, and Emmett voice. It was great. Um, we have Replicas starring Keanu Reeves. I give it 10 out of 3 stars. Cold Pursuit starring Liam Neeson. It's a remake of the Swedish version. The Swiss version of the original one's called An Order of the Disappearance, with Stellan Skarsgård plays the main character in the original one. Well, and there's the American remake one. It's set like in Colorado, United States, and America, and Colorado, United States. And the original version of Cold Pursuit, it was filmed in Sweden. It's a Swedish movie. So I get this remake one, Cold Pursuit, 2 out of 3 stars. But like I said, Liam Neeson's great. He does what he does best. So we had The Prodigy, starring Taylor Sheridan and Robart. Jackson Robart. No, hold on, sorry. Taylor Sheridan and Jackson Robert Scott. I gave it out of 3 stars for The Prodigy. Um, we have Greta, starring Chloe Grace Moretz and Isabel Huppert. It's a Neil Jordan movie. I gave it out of 3 stars for Greta. Netflix's movie, a Netflix movie called Triple Fortune or Triple Frontier, starring Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, Charlie Hunnam, Pedro Pascal. Again, a Netflix action movie heist film. 2 out of 3 stars. Us. It's a second Jordan Peele movie starring Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, Elizabeth Moss. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Jordan Peele's second film, Us. So we have Dragged Across Concrete, starring Mel Gibson, Vince Vaughn, Michael J. White, Jennifer Carpenter, Udo Carr, Laurie Holden, and Don Johnson. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. I'm a fan of the direct. I like the director who made Drag Across Concrete. I think it's S. Craig Zeller. It's the director's name. He directed a movie called Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson. Um, well, anyways, he made that movie Bone Tomahawk, and his second movie was Brawl and Cell Block '99. But we'll talk more about those two movies of his when we get to those years. But anyways, the director made Bone Tomahawk, Brawl, and Cell Block '99. He did this movie called Dragged Across Concrete. It's not as good as his second movie, which is Brawl and Cell Block '99. That's my favorite second movie of his. But the first one, Bone Tomahawk, was pretty okay. Um, so I give it Drag Across Concrete 2 out of 3 stars, like I said. Um, Brightburn, Elizabeth Banks, and David Denman. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Brightburn. The Hitman's Wife Bodyguard, Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Morgan Freeman, Salma Hayek, Antonio Banderas, as a sequel to the first Hitman's Bodyguard. The first one's the best, but the Hitman's Wife Bodyguard, the second one, I gave it 2 out of 3 stars. Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now, when I heard about Space Jam: A New Legacy, I was like, Space Jam, really? Um,
Yes, really.
I mean, I was like 6 years old. I was like 6 years old, a 6-year-old kid when I saw the original Space Jam, and that one to me, it's a classic to me because I was 6 years old when I saw it. Michael Jordan. It has one of the best songs ever, and the original one, I Believe I Can Fly, from the infamous singer R. Kelly, and that one. So when I heard about Space Jam: A New Legacy, I was like, I'm not really sure. So then I saw Space Jam: New Legacy, and you know what? I told myself, I thought, you know what? I'll stick with the first one. I did the first one. It's still the best from my time when I was 6 years old. So I give Space Jam: New Legacy 2 out of 3 stars, but it stars LeBron James, um, and Don Cheadle. Um, we have Escape Room, the first Escape Room movie, starring Taylor Russell and Logan Miller. 2 out of 3 stars. The Kid Who Would Be King, starring Louis Ashburn, um, Jax, and Rebecca Ferguson. 2 out of 3 stars. Terminator Dark Fate. 2 out of 3 stars was Linda Hamilton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Mackenzie Davis. So 2 out of 3 stars for Terminator Darker Fate. Domino, starring Guy Pearce, and I know who's the main guy in the movie, but it's a Brian De Palma movie called Domino. It's a thriller. It's a thriller action movie. Give it 2 out of 3 stars. Trading Paint, starring John Travolta, Michael Madsen, and senior Shannon Twain, who's seen that song, You're Still the One. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Trading Paint. Bombshell, based on a true story of how 3 women of the Fox News station, they brought down Roger Ayers for, if you know that entire story, if you know the story, you know what I'm talking about. But Bombshell, starring Charlize Theron, John Lithgow, Kate McKinnon, Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. What else? Beyond the Law, Steven Seagal and DMX. When I heard about this movie Beyond the Law, I was like, Steven Seagal and DMX, because I'm not sure you know about this, but we'll talk more about this movie. We'll talk more about this movie when we get to the year, which is 2002. But anyways, back in 2002, there was an action movie called Exit Wounds, stars DMX and Steven Seagal. Well, then when I heard about this movie Beyond the Law, and I saw the DVD, I saw the DVD cover, and it says Steven Seagal and DMX. Like, ooh, reunion for Steven Seagal and DMX, because they did the other movie together back in 2002, and I saw that one they did before this. So then I was like, okay, I'll check out Beyond the Law, because Steven Seagal and DMX, and I believe I think Beyond the Law is like DMX's last role before he passed away and died in sad and you know. So when I saw this Beyond the Law movie, I was like, okay, Beyond the Law, Steven Seagal, DMX, okay. So then I saw the movie, and I was kind of a little disappointed actually. I I know I know this. I was kind of disappointed actually when I saw it. I was like, wait a minute, just because the DVD cover says Steven Seagal and DMX, it has both of them on the DVD cover when you look at it. But then when I actually saw the movie of that film, they don't have any scenes together. DMX and Steven Seagal, these two guys don't have any scenes together in this one Beyond the Law. So I was kind of disappointed actually. It's like, oh man, there's not one single scene in this film Beyond the Law with Steven Seagal and DMX. These two guys together again, all these years. So I was kind of left very disappointed. So again, like I said before, if you see this movie cover Beyond the Law, and you see Steven Seagal and DMX on it, don't let the DVD cover fool you because you're gonna regret it. But anyways, I give Beyond the Law 2 out of 3 stars. Whereas you could have been better, but 2 out of 3 stars for Beyond the Law. Black Christmas, starring Brittany O'Grady, Lily Donahue, and Carrie Elwes. It's a Blumhouse remake of Black Christmas. It's a PG-13 one that came out in 2019. I guess you could call it that. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for a Black Christmas 2019 one. BFW, starring Stevie Lane, William Sadler, Fred Williamson, and Martin Kove from Cobra Kai and The Karate Kid. I give it 2 out of 3 stars, but Fred Williamson, known as the Hammer from the '70s action blaxploitation films, he kicked. He was cool to see him in action in this one. Stephen Lane was good. William Sadler has some good moments as well. Um, so 2 out of 3 stars for VFW. Um, Jay, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, starring Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck, Joey Lauren Adams, Justin Long, Rosario Dawson, Shannon Elizabeth, Jason Lee, and Harley Quinn Smith. Kevin Smith's daughter is in the movie. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for Jason Bob Reboot. It's not as good as Jason Bob Strikes Back, but 2 out of 3 stars for Jason Bob Reboot. Um, Toy Story 4, the first chapter in the Toy Story film franchise, starring the voice of Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, John Cusack, Christina Hendricks, and Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom, the Canadian toy bike with the Canadian flag on it. It was cool. It was cool that Keanu Reeves get to do a voice in a Toy Story film, so it was cool. So 2 out of 3 stars. Escape Plan 3, the third chapter of the Escape Plan, starring Sylvester Stallone, Dave Bautista, Devon Sawa. Give it 2 out of 3 stars. The Kitchen, starring Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Moss, and Tiffany Haddish. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. There were some moments that I thought that were good. So 2 out of 3 stars for The Kitchen. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, starring Zoe Carletti and Marco Garza. 2 out of 3 stars. There were some spooky scenes in the film that I thought that were entertaining, clever. So 2 out of 3 stars for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Satanic Panic, starring Rebecca Remain, not Stamos, but Rebecca Remain. Jerry O'Connell, Haley Griffith, and Ruby Modine. There we go. 2 out of 3 stars for Satanic Panic. Trick, starring Omar Epps, Jimmy Kennedy, Tom Atkins. 2 out of 3 stars. Rust Creek. It's a thriller independent action. It's a thriller independent movie, independent film starring Harmony Corfield. It's the lead actress name in the movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a Netflix movie starring Elsa Fisher, 2 out of 3 stars. My favorite moment scene in the Netflix Takes a Chance to Go Massacre movie is the scene where all the people all all the characters are in the school bus or inside the bus, and Leatherface comes inside the bus with a chainsaw. He starts it, and he Leatherface just hacks up everybody in the bus. It's like, oh, massacre. It's one. I think it's one of my favorite moment scenes. It's one of my favorite moment scenes in that Chainsaw Massacre Netflix one. As Leatherface is in the bus, starts up the chainsaw and starts hacking up, killing all the people on board the bus. That was really cool. So again, I give it 2 out of 3 stars for the Netflix Takes a Chance on Massacre. Um, and least but not least, we come to Backdraft 2. Now I know what you're saying, Backdraft, but is there like the first Backdraft movie was an all-star cast? Yes. But then I did not know about this apparently. I was at a store and I saw the DVD of Backdraft 2. I was like, Backdraft 2? I never heard nothing about this sequel, Backdraft. I mean, the first one's classic. If you've seen the first Backdraft movie, we'll talk more about the first Backdraft when we get to the year. But when I heard about the sequel, it's like Backdraft 2, and I saw it. And my reaction was, it's not as good. It's not as the best. The first Backdraft's a classic. Everybody knows that. I know that. But I thought the second one was. I give the second Backdraft movie 2 out of 3 stars. But it was good to see 2 people come back. There are like 2 star members for the first Backdraft movie, the original one, that appeared in the second one, direct to video. I think I should call it. Um, it stars William Baldwin. He was one of the main characters in the first Backdraft movie. He appears in the second Backdraft movie, and also comes back from the original Backdraft movie and the second one. Donald Sutherland, the same character that Donald Sutherland played in the first Backdraft, the original Backdraft movie. Well, he plays that character again in the second one, and I was like, oh, it was cool to see William Baldwin from the original one back, Donald Sutherland again from the original Backdraft back as well as the same character who's much older now that he plays the character. So it was cool to see Donald Sutherland and William Baldwin from those 2 from the original one. It was cool. But again, it's not as good as the first Backdraft, the original Backdraft movie. So I give Backdraft 2 2 out of 3 stars. Okay, everybody, that would do it. You remember how I said that you'll get new Well, that's everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and you get new content every Wednesday of new episodes. Speaking of that, I have an announcement. You know how like you get, like how I always say you'll get every new content every Wednesday. Well, this weekend I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna start a new. I'm gonna start a new episode this Thursday because there's a director whose birthday is this Thursday, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should talk about this director and this director's movies on his birthday, which is this Thursday. But I cannot tell you the director's name because it's gonna be a surprise person direct. It's gonna be a surprise director. I'll talk about more of him when we get to you know when I record a new episode on Thursday. So like I said, this weekend's different. So this is my new episode I'm recording right now, Monday, and then I'll record a new episode this Thursday. So thank you again for watching my channel, Sebastian's Movie Game Time, and I'll see you at the movies.